Hi everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. How are you this morning? It's Sunday, December 1st, and I wanted to come and show you some interest. It's actually an interesting technique that involves slicing, and it's very simple once you get the hang of it. And I thought this would be a great lesson to learn in our 12 Days of Christmas card. So here is a great card. This one, Happy New Year, that I did in the gold and the black background. And here's another one. This is the one you see on the screen, Let It Snow, which it comes in so many different colors, or I did it in different colors. One of the things that I noticed when cutting out these simple cards, especially ones that are not quite so simple, a little more intricate, is that when you fold them here, this is one that I cut out the way that it was presented. When you fold them here, and then you come back and you put, let's see, put this on there. You come back and you put this in the back. First of all, you're going to see that paper in the back, right? But also, it's really hard to have that fold there where there's that intricacy. Let me show you exactly what I mean. This is a card that I did, it was just straight from Design Space, right? And of wishing you Merry Christmas. It's very intricate, So at the fold, it becomes a little bit difficult to work with, and unfortunately the fold doesn't fold nearly as nice as if it was sliced and put on the front of a card. So I started working a while ago. I started working with these simple cards and came up with this technique that involves slicing. And basically I'm taking this card, let's move this out of the way. I'm taking this card that came from Cricut Access, and I imported into Design Space. Let's move this out of the way so you can see that. And then I create this slice that makes this. It's basically, it takes out the score, and it takes out the back half of the card. And what you're creating is like a front piece that once you cut them out, you're going to glue them together and put them on a base, like just a plain white base card is fine. You can do it on other things if you want, but it's really it's a little bit challenging to understand how this happens or how this works, but really once you get the hang of it, as I mentioned, it's so simple. So let me show you it. Okay. So let's move this out of the way because that's our example. Let's get rid of it. Okay, so here's our card. And what you want to do is take, and you can go over here to shapes and import a shape that is going to be, let's move it to the front. Okay, so you want to have a shape that completely covers your design, okay? But it doesn't exceed the parameters of the card. That's important. And by the way, if you import the entire card and it's scored, you do have to turn the scoring off or eliminate the scoring on the card because it won't slice. The machine won't, Design Space won't slice a complicated image. They have to be two very simple images, right? So here's my plain square that I've sized to completely cover the Let It Snow. I'm just gonna put that on there, and you can kind of eyeball it so that the overlap part is equal. And then you're going to select both of them together, and you're going to come down here. I don't know if you can see it, but there is this option called slice down here, and then I'm going to slice. And what you are left with is, I should have centered this a little bit more. But what you are left with is, it's basically, a slice is like basically if you took and just like cut straight through to your two pieces. So your end result becomes, this is the portion of the card that we did not want. And then we also get this portion. This is also it's like the inverse that we don't want. So let's go ahead and get rid of those. And then we're left with these two, which they're basically the same. So you could just get rid of that one. But then here you go. There's it's slightly off base. I would have done it a little tiny bit better, but we're in a hurry showing you this. But then when you cut this out, it's going to cut out the inverse of, I hope I'm explaining that correctly, but it's going to cut out the inverse of that card. So let me show you the before. This is the before of the card, right? So it's on, the card is on here, right? You're going to have your background there. And what you're basically doing is you're just slicing off this part of the card. There are other ways that you can do this as well. You could just slice off that section if you wanted to, but this is the technique that I have developed. Now, I've got two cards that I've done this with. This one here is the Happy New Year card, which is really beautiful, and I love that it's gold and black. And then I also have this Let It Snow card, and I'm going to give you both of them, and you can try for yourself. I'll also give you the original card that we used to make this particular one. I'm going to give that to you as well. I'm going to give that to you so you can play a little bit. I don't know, for me, it seems like it's way more professional to have this piece. And I glue this top to the back, and then I just put a base card, you know, that I buy. You can either cut out or buy at your local craft store, and you have a card that is a white inside, so it leaves a lot of room and great space for writing, but then you're able to use the different colors, and plus you don't end up with this issue of where the fold is. There you go. So that is just a quick technique. Slicing. I know it's something people don't often think about, but it really is a fun way to change your images without having to learn a whole, Photoshop or some of the other programs. This is a great way to manipulate your images and to do it pretty simply in Design Space. I like to work straight in Design Space. I know other people work with some other programs, but for me, I like Design Space, and I'm used to it. I'm familiar with it. So, okay, so that today is part of our installment for the 12 Days of Christmas cards. We've done several others, including, we did a Merry and Bright vintage string lights card. We did a Santa Claus card yesterday, and then we did some of these simple cards, which they're just basically the same thing, except that they have the back of the card folded and scored on it. So if you haven't seen all of those, do go back and look for them. The best place to find all of my videos is on my YouTube channel, and I started my YouTube channel earlier this year, and I've been amazed at the number of people that have come and have subscribed. I have almost 2,000 subscribers. I'm short 80 people, 75, 80 people. So I'm hoping to hit my goal of 2,000 before Christmas, and oh boy, I hope that I can do that before Christmas. It would really mean so much to me. I'm a numbers person. I like to have goals and reach numbers. So if you aren't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, would you please subscribe? It's free, and it doesn't It's not difficult to do, and that way you're able to go to my channel and see. I think I have almost 160 videos there now. Some of them, the new ones, are better than the old ones, but they are there, and you can learn all about Cricut and Cricut Design Space and doing different kinds of projects, including infusible ink and infusible ink pens, iron-on, vinyl, and my favorite, paper crafts. Thanks so much for coming today. My name is Rita, and this is my channel, Miss Rita to the Rescue. Really appreciate you watching, and I appreciate if you would tell a friend. It's really nice to have friends. I've made so many this year, and I'm so glad to have met you all, and really appreciate knowing you, and I appreciate that you like what I can offer you in terms of ideas on how to work with your Cricut machine. Cricut's fabulous. So thank you for sticking with me today and throughout the year. I really do appreciate that. Okay, that's it. I hope you have a wonderful day, everyone.